Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Live from the Living Room. My name's David Burns, and every Wednesday night I host a live stream acoustic unplugged session with some fantastic original music with a different guest artist each week. My guest tonight is a a native Glaswegian who has now moved across the Irish Seas, now taken up residency in Belfast. I'm delighted to say that she's back across in Glasgow tonight and joining me here on Live from the Living Room. Please welcome Maryjane.
Hey, how you doing? This is an original song. It's called Blame. Strike me down, forget that I have feelings too. Half a word sting more knowing what we've been through. You can place the blame on me, but don't forget your part. Go around acting like you didn't break my heart. 'Cause we were both playing our game. You expect me to take all the blame. I wasn't punching back, but now I'm punching back through the heartache and the pain. It's not me, it's not you, there's not much we can do, but just move on. Stop blaming each other for what went wrong. I know it wasn't easy when I broke your trust, pushing you into your limits, both of us were crushed. I am through with playing villain just to ease your afflictions. Can't you see the way it is? Love has made us victims. 'Cause we were both playing our game. You expect me to take all the blame. I wasn't punching back, but now I'm punching back through the heartache and the pain. It's not me, it's not you, there's not much we can do, but just move on. Stop blaming each other for what went wrong. If I could go back, I'd throw caution to the wind. I'll tell you just how much I was falling in love with you, but it wouldn't change a thing. 'Cause we were both playing our game. You expect me to take all the blame. I wasn't punching back, but now I'm punching back through the heartache and the pain. It's not me, it's not you, there's not much we can do, but just move on. Stop blaming each other for what went wrong. It's not me, it's not you, there's not much we can do, but just move on. Stop blaming each other for what went wrong.
That's Maryjane live here in the studio and just been joined in the last second by my co-host Tinker, who will be doing her best to disrupt the show as things go on today. Whilst I placate the cat, I'm going to hand you back to MJ. What are we having next?
I don't like how sinister that sounds.
She'll be fine. I'm just...
Yeah. If you want help, Tink, just give me a shout. I'll take him. Oh, no.
Where are you going?
So this is a new original, which means I've just kind of written it. It's called Rebound. I wrote it when I was down in Newcastle, where I've been spending a lot of time busking. And I was busking with this guy who does all this loop pedal stuff, and he's really cool. His name's Aaron Wiggett. And like just this song came to mind because I like all the sort of stuff that he does. So not the lyrics, more the melody. But yeah.
Cool.
Let's leave this bar, let's leave this crowd. I have a feeling now we both need this now. We're damaged souls dancing around. You'll be mine and I'll be your rebound. Rebound. Forget your drink. Oh, we've got places to be. My hands around you and your lips around me. Let our bodies do the talking, baby. We can get all hot and crazy. Let's call a cab, we'll take a ride. Sometimes it's fun when the blind lead the blind. Let our bodies do the talking, baby. We can get all hot and crazy. Let's leave this bar, let's leave this crowd. I have a feeling now we both need this now. We're damaged souls dancing around. You'll be mine and I'll be your rebound. Rebound. Let our bodies do the talking, baby. We can get all hot and crazy. Let our bodies do the talking, baby. We can get all hot and crazy. So let our bodies do the talking, baby. We can get all hot and crazy. Let our bodies do the talking, baby. We can get all hot and crazy. Let's leave this bar, let's leave this crowd. I have a feeling now we both need this now. We're damaged souls dancing around. You'll be mine and I'll be your rebound. 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 Rebound.
Maryjane live in session here and live from the Living Room gigs with Rebound. And if you're enjoying the show and you'd like to get involved, then please drop us a little message, say hello in the chat, and we'll read out all the comments, and hopefully you're enjoying the show. If you want to get in touch, just give us a shout there. MJ, what are we having next?
So I think this is the most ever original songs I've ever had in my life, but here's another original. It's called Sweet Brown Eyes. I wrote this about a year ago, roughly. So. Sweet, sweet brown eyes, lay your body on me. Let's watch the sunrise from under the sheets. And as the daylight catches your face, pull me closer to your warm embrace. Sweet, sweet brown eyes, you lift me up so I can stand taller than a castle without sinking in the sand. Let's treasure these moments, let the music touch your soul. 'Cause the waves that come crashing are out with our control. When we're crossing oceans, Sweet, sweet brown eyes, I will cherish your smile. I could trace the creases with my hands for miles and miles. They tell me a story, a tale of who you are. Let the good inside of you be your guiding star. Sweet, sweet brown eyes, no matter where you go, there will always be a home for you. I need you to know that there's so much left for those sweet brown eyes to see. Let them take you to the places you need to be. When we're crossing oceans, I believe that on the shore are shells containing pieces of the life we knew before. Just listen to the harmony and serenity of the sea. Know that your sweet brown eyes will always, always stay with me. Pick up our shell, I'll do the same. And I'll stare into the sunset with you, even if it rains. When we're crossing oceans, I believe that on the shore are shells containing pieces of the life we knew before. Just listen to the harmony and serenity of the sea, and know that your sweet brown eyes will always, always stay with me. Know that they'll always, always, always stay with me.
Maryjane McIver for Live in the Living Room sessions with Sweet Brown Eyes, and that was one of the tracks that you demoed here last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I also demoed Blame here as well, which was the first one that I did.
If people are wanting to hear your music, is there a link that they can go to?
Just get in touch with me on social media, which is Maryjane Music 1 on Facebook, and I can send stuff over if they want it.
Cool. So that's where you can get in touch. We'll put the links onto the Live from the Living Room Gigs Facebook page as well. That's the link on the bottom of the screen there, facebook.com/Live from the Living Room Gigs, and we'll post up links to where you can find Maryjane's music there. You're talking earlier about you've been playing around the country busking. You've started up an interesting wee project for junior buskers, I believe.
So basically, I always had like little kids, like tiny children, stop and be fascinated by buskers, like they are, because they're inquisitive and they're young and they're creative, and I wanted a way to sort of involve them in the music and promote a really good relationship between street musicians and children. So my idea was to bring a little toy guitar and a toy microphone stand that they could use while I'm busking to play along with me.
They can have a wee jam along with you.
Yeah, they have a wee jam, and basically what I do is I'll loop some stuff on my loop station, and then I'll not play guitar, and then I'll be like, that's all you're playing the guitar. So the guitar's a toy one from Argos, costs £20, but they think that they're playing it because obviously my hands are doing nothing.
Yeah, you're not playing there.
Yeah, it's magic. So they it's really cute, and basically when they get involved with the program, they get a little certificate at the end to say that they've completed MJ's mini busker program. And I have these little inflatable microphones as well that that they can take away with them as well. So they get a little certificate and a little inflatable microphone, and it's something that I just do for on a Saturday, just an hour at the end of when I'm busking. So I'll busk normally, and I'll pull out all the sort of mini busker stuff, and it's just a little bit of fun, and just to sort of make a good relationship, I guess, with kids on the street.
That's a lovely idea. As you know, I busk myself, and it's always the kids that are the first ones to stop and listen. You know, they'll get their mum and dads, because I mean the kids are the least judgmental folk that you'll ever get when you're busking. They just love to stop and listen to everyone that's playing, and they just, no matter what you're doing, they'll get into it, and
Yeah.
to get them involved in it as well. It's a lovely thought, that.
Yeah, like it was so like when I was thinking about it, I was like thinking like what is the best way not to like get it too like, you know, like loud and rowdy. Like, 'cause my first initial thoughts was like, what if I just get them tambourines? But then I'm just thinking, I don't know if I want to listen to
Would their parents thank you for that?
I don't think so. So yeah, it's just something that like I'd been thinking about for a while, because I just love like when like tiny little babies stop and they're just like looking up at you with their big like doughy eyes, and you know,
Yeah.
like singing along. And I usually do just Disney songs with them as well, so like Frozen, Let It Go, and
They'd love that.
yeah, they do. Yeah.
It's nice to have something in the set that they recognise. I've got You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story is my kind of go-to one. If there's kids that will stop and listen,
That's a good song.
that's yeah, it's a great way to get kids. And if you get kids interested in music from a really young age, then that's going to stay with them for life. You know, it's a great thing that you're doing.
Absolutely, and I don't think it's like I was saying today when I was busking, there was a job fair on, and I don't think creative jobs are encouraged enough. I think like definitely
No.
when I went through school, it was always get a 9 to 5 or go to uni or go to college, but they don't really talk to you about like following your dreams and your passions, and I think that's really important.
I mean, it's not the only thing out there. Is the 9 to 5 jobs. There are other routes that you can go down, and you can make them work into a living. And it's always great to see people coming into the show who have taken something that they really care about and made it into their actual job.
Yeah, music for me is like from a very young age. I always knew that I kind of wanted to do music, and like a lot, like it was encouraged in primary school, but as soon as I get to like high school, I was sort of
It goes into
discouraged
the-
a lot by either other kids or teachers or like careers advice people. You know, they're like, oh, but it's just a hobby. Like, why don't you go to college and study? I'm gonna be really funny here, nursing, like for lassies, and it was like plumbing and electrical engineering for guys. You know, those are the two sort of like crafts, if you must, that were
Aye.
encouraged.
And fair play to everyone who is a nurse or a plumber or whatever,
Yeah,
but
fair
it's
play to
not for
them.
everybody. There's
Yeah.
there's more than that out there.
Oh, there's definitely. But yeah, like I think like just like the area that I grew up in, and like where I'm from and the school that I went to, like just those two routes were primarily the main, like, you know, thing for our school.
There's often very little support for people that want to do anything more creative, and it's always whenever anything's being funding cut, it's always the arts that are first to go.
Yeah. It's really
It's-
sad because there's lots of different things that you can do in the arts. There's circus, photography, there's art, there's music, there's dance, there's theatre, there's acting. You know, there's all these really cool things that you could be doing, and then
Yeah, and if you are able to do it to a high standard, you can make a living out of it.
yeah, like
And it's just getting through to the careers advice people and the teachers that just because something doesn't appear to have that kind of normal financial value that a 9 to 5 job would, that you can make these things work if you put the effort into them.
oh, I'd be making so much
Is
more
it?
money if I was working a 9 to 5 job, but I just wouldn't be happy anymore. So
Well, I mean, happiness is a very underrated thing.
yeah.
So if music makes you happy, play on.
I will do. This is a new original song, and it's a bit narcissistic. I know I say it's narcissistic. It's not. The song's called Maryjane.
That does sound a little bit.
So it's about my relationship with always sort of circling back to the same kinds of people and not really. You'll hear. It's just about it's going for the same type of guy and not learning from my mistakes. And it's called Maryjane because Maryjane, what are you doing?
Oh, Maryjane, what are you doing? Take it away.
Don't you know by now that they're all the same? Lucifer's a devil and Satan is his name. They're not worthy of your love, they'll tear you apart. You can't resist a broken man with poison in his heart. Walk away, walk away, before his demons drag you into his hell. Maryjane, oh Maryjane, there is still some time to save yourself. If trouble doesn't come, you're standing at his door, in the same old shoes you've worn 1,000 times before. They're not worthy of your love, they'll tear you apart. You can't resist a broken man with poison in his heart. Walk away, walk away, before his demons drag you into his hell. Maryjane, oh Maryjane, there is still some time to save yourself. It's just a matter of time before it all comes crashing down. I'm relying on you, so please don't fail me now. Walk away, before his demons drag you into his hell. Maryjane, oh Maryjane, there is still some time to save yourself. So walk away, before his demons drag you into his hell. Maryjane, Maryjane, there is still some time to save yourself. So walk away, before his demons drag you into his hell. Maryjane, oh Maryjane, there is still some time to save yourself.
That's Maryjane playing Maryjane. It's Maryjaneception here on Live from the Living Room gigs. So thank you to everyone who has tuned in so far. We do this every Wednesday night with a different featured artist, and here is who is coming up over the next few weeks. So please tune in for all these fantastic guest artists. We've got Dope Sick Fly coming up next week doing an unplugged acoustic session.
I absolutely love. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, like I love.
I got a
Dope
fan
Sick.
here.
Yeah. Major fan of Dope Sick Fly. I've got like their T-shirt and everything. Like
Fantastic. You want to come back next week and be the audience?
Is that not Tink's job? I feel like I'd be taken away.
Where is Tink? She's run off somewhere. She'll be away to find a sunbeam to go to sleep in again. So we've got Dope Sick Fly coming in next week. The week after that, I think it's going to be possibly a Marshall chipped acoustic set. I'm still waiting for the guys to get back to me, but if you keep an eye out on facebook.com/live from the living room gigs, that's where you'll get all the details of who is coming up. But tonight we have Maryjane McIver here in session for us, playing live and unplugged. And I think you're going to do a cover for us now.
Yeah, like this cover is very, very 90s, I think, or noughties. It's Sugar Babes, about and I love the Sugar Babes because like it's a different Free People from like the very first Free People that were in the band. So if find that really cool.
The kind of transfer system when they go there.
Yeah, like. It was so easy that night. Should have been strong, yet I lied. Nobody gets me like you. Couldn't keep hold of you then. How could I know what you meant? Give me tonight and I'll show you. I know everything changes, all the cities and faces, but I know how I feel about you. There's a mountain between us, I'm not sure where it takes us, but I know how I feel about you. Can we bring yesterday back around? 'Cause I know how I feel about you now. I was wrong, I was dumb, I let you down, but I know how I feel about you now. Not a day passes by, not a day passes by when I don't think about you. And there's no moving on, 'cause I know you're the one, and I can't be without you. Can we bring yesterday back around? 'Cause I know how I feel about you now. I was wrong, I was dumb, I let you down, but I know how I feel about you now. Can we bring yesterday back around? 'Cause I know how I feel about you now. I was wrong, I was dumb, I let you down, but I know how I feel about you now.
A beautiful version of the song there. Thank you, Maryjane. Now, we're going to have a few covers in the set tonight. Both of us being buskers, covers make up a fair bit of the material that both of us play. You started out busking up here in Glasgow. You're all over the place now, aren't you?
Yeah, so I now live in Belfast, which for me it's just a lot quieter, and I guess like a smaller city, which is really nice because like everything's walking distance and like everyone sort of knows each other. Like it's like living in a small community, except it's a city.
Aye.
And then I busk, like I've been going around different cities. So I've been Blackpool, Liverpool, but more recently a lot actually in Newcastle.
You've been going down a storm in Newcastle from what I've been hearing.
Newcastle is hands down one of my favourite cities that I've ever been to. The music community there is very, very supportive of each other. They're the type of musicians who go to each other's gigs. A lot of them were playing a football game the other week. Like they have like a sort of football game get together thing, which I find is really cool.
When the musicians are supporting each other, and that's absolutely crucial for the survival of any kind of live scene.
Yeah. a lot of very talented people down there as well, not just musicians, but people that are actually just sort of close to the music industry. For example, Jay Dawson, who is a fantastic sort of photographer slash videographer, who's got his own sort of little like thing up on Facebook right now called the Busking Sessions, and he just goes around and films a lot of the buskers, and he does a lot of his own projects as well, and very, very talented guy.
Have you got a whole load of people in different arts mediums all working together? It makes for a really, really great atmosphere in the place. You posted a link to one of the busking sessions on your Facebook page. That was that just today.
He posted that today, but that was filmed, I think it was a few days ago. Basically all the buskers in Newcastle work together to like share the pitches and things like that. So there's a busker called Afnan Prince, if you want to find him on Facebook. Fantastic busker who let me use his guitar and amp, because I was just sitting in the sun, kind of just enjoying listening to him. And then Jay said to me, do you want to go up and do a song and I'll take a video? And I was like, sure. And there's a lot of people like that over there that will just be more than happy to sort of share and like support each other, which is nice.
That's fantastic. And the kind of community feel to busking, it's not quite what it used to be in Glasgow, I don't feel.
It definitely has changed a lot in Glasgow, and I think just because you and I are like sort of more, I don't want to say the older the older generation, like you, Chris, like a lot of the other sort of ones that aren't on the scene anymore, like Murdo and Daniel Docherty, like we're like the kind of older school buskers, and then you've got all these kids coming out, which is great because like you want to see them come out.
Yeah, you want to encourage new talents, but
then you just don't know any of them, and I think we're getting to a point where like there's so much technology available and so like loud amps, and people are
definitely getting a bit much with the amplification. It's getting a wee bit too loud.
I think you and I complained about this so much, but I am really grateful to be doing what I'm doing, even in Glasgow, like where I can just go out and busk and make money and make a living off of that, you know.
To go out and earn a living doing something that you genuinely care about.
Yeah. I'm very grateful, and I've been feeling like very blessed recently as well. I just, you know, I'm very happy to have the people in my life that are around me. Like definitely in the last couple of months I've seen like a lot of like love from my friends, and
I think that was some charger beeping.
Oh, you're charging your batteries.
That's me getting ready for the next busking session.
I kind of have them as well, but staying in a hotel right now which only has one power socket.
One socket's everyone fighting over it to charge up all their stuff. Everyone trying to get their phones in.
So I'm gonna have to struggle with that tomorrow, but that's another story. But yeah, Newcastle is definitely one of my favourite places. I think that the council there have like a good like guidelines set out and like designated pitches and things like that.
It's a good way of going about it without the council coming quite kind of heavy-handed with the buskers.
They're not at all. They have these guys in like the most ridiculous blue jackets walk around, and like if they are too loud, all they do is tell them to turn it down. Like there's not like any like hostility about it. It's just like, you know, like they're like,
it's just it's a wee bit much, mate. Just turn it down.
Turn it down a wee bit.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. But no, I love everyone that I've met there. Like they're just such class people. We actually had we went out a couple of nights ago, and there was a few of us, so we went to Jay Dawson's New Music Mondays, which is in a cafe there, and it's all like sort of new original music.
Cool.
So we went to go see like that, and then we went out to like a Weatherspoons after it, and we were getting a taxi, like, you know, back to the centre pretty much, and the Uber taxi had like disco lights in it, and like it was playing Nelly, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes, and it was just like this party taxi.
There is one of them in Glasgow.
And I want it. Like, if you can like hook me up.
I only ever saw it once. I was running an open mic in the Duchess of Duke Street a good couple of years ago. I called a taxi to get me home after I played the set, and this guy turned up in a car with flashing disco lights from every corner of his car. Like, I can't remember what song it was playing, but it was some kind of disco classic blasted out. And it was one of the strangest journeys home I've ever had from an acoustic gig.
Well, that is like the best taxi ever, like that I've ever had in my life. Like, I'll never forget that taxi ride.
Maybe he's moved to Newcastle.
Yeah, it would make sense, but it was just a class night, and like it was just full of like people that like are really talented and enjoyed it.
It makes you feel like what you're doing is really worthwhile if everyone's kind of getting together. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that sense of community that makes a place.
I think Glasgow can still salvage that. I think just
Yes,
over the next
definitely.
couple of weeks, like on the lead up to summer, I think just people need to be using like social media a bit more than like connecting with each other and like sort of sharing ideas and like coming together and jamming. I know that Kelvin Grove has a really cool jam session in the summer,
Yep.
like run by a couple of musicians here, and they just all get together on that wee bridge and jam out.
There is lots of awesome stuff that goes on here. Just it gets it's easy to focus on the annoying things when you're trying to busk and there's somebody blasting out Imagine for the 5th time of the day next to you.
Well,
but it's an amazing city in here.
that was one of the first times I ever like got to like really know who Dope Sick Fly were. I'd been to a few gigs before, but I was going to Kelvin Grove for one of the jam sessions. I think it's called KG and the Sunshine Jams on Facebook, which is really clever. I loved that.
Love it.
And like that was one of the first times like I ever got to jam with them, and it was they were class and just on this bridge in the middle of summer.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them coming in for the session next week, because I've seen their name around a lot, because they used to do one of the regular nights that I was involved with was the Monterey Jack's chain of restaurants, and they used to do live music in them. That I never got a chance to see them because I was always booked to play one branch the same night they were playing another one. So I'm delighted to finally have them coming in to do the session next week, and I can actually get seeing them live.
I actually listen to their album like before I start busking. It like literally perks me up. Like their music is so good, and I'll definitely be tuning into that show to watch it.
Fantastic. Speaking of tuning in, we've got a little message come through on the chats. Hello to Ben Popart. Chip has now finished his walk. Ben's always away out walking his dog before he tunes into the show. But Chip is back home now, and they're tuned in. I hope you're enjoying the show, Ben and Chip. And now we're going to hand you back over to MJ for the next song.
I wish you'd given me a bit more notice. That's okay. You know what? I'll wing it. Like I do that most of the time when I'm busking.
Yeah.
This is it's like an ABBA mashup. You change your mind. I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go, you're feeling down. When you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, me, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try, take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. You're so hot, teasing me, but I'm blue 'cause I can't take a chance on a kid like you. There's something I couldn't do. There's that look in your eyes, I can see from your face that your feelings are driving you wild. But boy, you're only a child. Well, I can dance with you, honey, if you think it's funny. Does your mother know that you're out? Well, I can chat with you, baby, flirt a little, maybe. Does your mother know that you're out? Take it easy, take it nice and slow. has no way to go. Does your mother know? Take it easy, try to slow down, boy. Take it nice and slow. Does your mother know? If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try, take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. So I'll say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What will life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I'll say thank you for the music, for bringing it to me.
Thank you for the music, Maryjane. It was a little ABBA medley there. And thank you very much to Ben Pophart, who is the latest follower of the page here. If you're enjoying the show and you want to keep up to date with everyone that comes in whenever we go live, if you give the follow button a little click, that'll send you a little email out every time the show goes live. It's a regular stream every Wednesday night from 8 till 9, and we do occasional little bonus ones. And if you do click the follow button, then you'll get the fantastic new little feature up in the top corner there somewhere, where a little animation comes up saying thank you to every new follower. You'll have just seen that one with Ben there. And next, I should just give a little mention to Ben, his brother Thomas, and to Matt Johnson, who are our first subscribers to the Patreon channel. That's the link down on the bottom right of the screen there, patreon.com/live from the living room gigs, which is essentially our virtual busking guitar case that we set out on the show here. If you're enjoying it and want to help support it, to give a budget to cover the costs of running the show, and eventually to have us enough spare left over that we can give something to all the fantastic artists that come in, that would be very much appreciated. And if you do subscribe there, then you get a little shout out on the show. And thank you very much to Ben, Thomas, and Matt, who are the first subscribers to the Patreon channel there, as well as getting the shout out on the show every week. You can also get access to exclusive extra recordings from all the guest artists. And now I'm going to hand you back to Maryjane. This is another brand new original song called "Let's Dance Naked."
It's not as sinister as it sounds. It is. Let's get you home and close the door. You always leave me wanting more. Baby, your kisses me warm like a summer's day. Touch is taking my breath away. Let's lock this room, strip it down, just me and you. Baby, I don't need no neon lights, I just need your love tonight. So let's dance naked. Let's dance naked. When I'm lost in your eyes, it's like there's no one here. When I'm locked in your smile, you make the crowds disappear. I could listen to you speak, I could listen to you sing, but I know a place where we can both better things. Let's get you home and close the door. You always leave me wanting more. Baby, your kisses me warm like a summer's down my spine. I can hear you loud and clear. Your voice is genuine. I could listen to you speak. I could listen to you sing, but I know a place where we can do better things. Let's get you home and close the door. You always leave me wanting more. Baby, your kisses me warm like a summer's day. Touch is taking my breath away. Let's lock this room, strip it down, just me and you. Baby, I don't need no neon lights. I just need your love tonight, so let's dance naked. Let's dance naked. Let's dance naked. Let's dance. Let's get you home and close the door. You always leave me wanting more. Baby, your kisses me warm like a summer's day. Touch is taking my breath away. Let's lock this room, strip it down, just me and you. Baby, I don't need no neon lights. I just need your love tonight, so let's dance naked. Let's dance naked. Let's dance naked. Let's dance naked. Let's dance. So this is another cover. I don't want to claim this song as my own because that would be very, very bad. Captured effortlessly, that's the way it was. Happened so naturally, I did not know it was love. Next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go. And now we're flying through the stars. Hope this night can last forever. I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. Fill my heart with you, please. Give me freedom. I knew I could not resist. I needed someone. And now we're flying through the stars. Hope this night can last forever. And oh, 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 ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. I wait for nighttime to come, bring you to me. I can't believe I'm the one. I was so lonely. I knew that no one could feel. Must be dreaming. I need this dream to be real. I need this feeling. I make my wish upon a star. Hope this night can last forever. And oh, 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 ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. better than you. First you put your arms around me, and then you put your charm around me. I can't resist the sweet surrender. Oh, my nights are warm and tender. We stare into each other's eyes, and what we see is no surprise. Got a feeling most we treasure, and a love so deep we cannot measure. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you.
Maryjane McIver there with the cover of Ain't Nobody. We're coming up towards the end of the show here tonight. So we're going to have maybe one or two more songs. If you'd like to get in touch before the end of the show, please give us a wee shout out on the chat window there. We'll read out any messages that come in. And just before we go on to the next song, MJ, if you just give us a wee reminder of social media places where we can find you if you want to hear a wee bit more from you.
So on Instagram, you can follow me, music.maryjane, nice and simple there. On Facebook, it's just Maryjane, and that's it. But if you have trouble finding that for whatever reason, just type in facebook.com/Maryjane Music 1, and then it should definitely 100% come up.
In theory, yeah.
In theory.
It's there somewhere.
It's definitely there. Like, it's like, if you go into the pages tab, it's like the third page to come up, like usually on people's phones, unless they partake in other activities that involve my name.
I'm not going to ask. I feel it's best not to. We'll also we'll put the link on the Live from the Living Room gigs Facebook page, the link for which is on the screen right now, along with the link to our Patreon page. Well, if you can't find you on social media, we'll find you out busking somewhere. What's the plan for the next wee while?
So I'm going to go back to Belfast because I'm a little bit homesick for Belfast, if I'm being honest. Like, I definitely feel like that's home now, and so I'm going back there on Friday, and I will be busking in Belfast for a couple of weeks before I come back over this way. So I've got a gig. Not a gig, I'm not playing a gig. I'm going to go see Nile Rodgers and Chic in Belfast, courtesy of my lovely, amazing friend Courtney, who bought the tickets. So I've just to supply the cocktails.
Seems a fair trade.
It definitely seems like a fair trade. And Courtney's a fantastic musician as well, and her single is out now, and you can get that on Spotify. And it's called Moonlight. And it's really good. She's a really good local Belfast musician. So if you want to go and find her online somewhere,
so it's quite a good scene over in Northern Ireland.
It can be, yeah. A lot of the music there is very folk and like traditional Irishy style kind of music, because that's what a lot of the bars book for your American tourists that come over, and they're like, oh my god, like I'm like a quarter Irish. Like, so,
I get the same thing playing in a Cayley band over here.
Yeah, they love it. Like, your American Canadian tourists, they just like lap that stuff up, and it is really fun and entertaining. It's just like I'm a bit used to it. So, but I do love like some of the musicians over there. Like, they're very good, very talented.
So we'll see you busking on the streets of Belfast.
Absolutely, you'll see me busking on the streets of Belfast on Saturday for sure.
And hopefully not too long before you're back over here as well.
I give it 2-3 weeks
at most.
Yeah.
You do seem to clock up the miles with the busking these days.
Yeah, well, it's summer, so why not pack a suitcase and, you know, take off for a bit, you know.
Go out, see the world, play a few songs.
Yeah.
That sounds all right to me.
Go to a few bars, meet a few people, fun people, and yeah,
It's not a bad life.
not a bad life at all.
So we're just coming up towards the end of the show here. I think we've got time for one more, and I think we were going to have an original now. I think.
Yeah, so this original is very, very close to my heart. I wrote it about the male suicide rate in the UK, which is 84 men a week in the UK would take their own lives. So this song, I had a friend who worked as like sort of body recovery in Lagan in Belfast, and he was talking to me about like what that involved and stuff like that, and like the severity of how many men would actually jump into the water and take their own lives or try to take their own lives as well.
Yeah, it's grim.
It's very horrible, and Project 84 was a project in London which like shined a light on it, and I wanted to work off that and put my input in, so this is it.
Fantastic.
It's called One in 84. His mind is about to capsize and he can't swim. His ship is a little broken and is taking water in. The anchors weigh him down, and sorrow drives his soul. He's no longer the captain, no longer in control. So he's drawn to the water where he thinks he'll find his peace. The silence of his suffering echoes the silence of the seas. His thoughts come like waves crashing to the shore. He's not alone this week. He's one in 84. His brother and his father watch his heart sail away, standing in the harbor through his cloudy days. The sharks are in the water, waiting for their prey. He didn't have to leave, but he thought he couldn't stay. So he's drawn to the water where he thinks he'll find his peace. The silence of his suffering echoes the silence of the seas. His thoughts come like waves crashing to the shore. He's not alone this week. He's one in 84. Now he's lost to the ocean with a mother who's hoping, a father seeking closure, a brother who's mourning, and the pain doesn't go away. It lives on in his name. So they're drawn to the water where they think they'll find their peace. The silence of their suffering echoes the silence of the seas. Their thoughts come like waves crashing to the shore. They're not alone this week. They're one in 84. They're not alone this week. They're one in 84.
Maryjane McIver there with 1 in 84. A beautiful song and a very important issue to raise awareness of to close the show with tonight. If you have been enjoying the show tonight, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week with Dope Sick Fly live in session. This has been live from the Living Room gigs. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.